The next startup that we have is GiPStech, so I'd like you to welcome them all to the stage. If you guys could stand, actually, right here in the light. Perfect.
Thank you very much. Time is going?
Yeah, you can go ahead now.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Matteo Faggin. I'm here today to introduce you to GiPStech, a startup that wants to bring the GPS inside the buildings. So basically, what is for? Does it work?
Point it down. Can we stop the clock, please? Looks like we're having a moment, real quick.
Battery.
Can we all give a round of applause also to this young, fine gentleman? He has been handling everything.
It's low on battery.
Well, maybe not clap too hard. Let's see if he fixes it first. There we go. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. So let's suppose that Marco here wants to go to the fair of Rome, reaching customers there. He takes his car, his GPS, and drives safely there. Problem is, when he gets there, he gets lost because the fair is big, he doesn't know where the customers are, so he needs some help, and GPS is of no help. So indoor navigation is bringing the GPS inside buildings where GPS doesn't work, and you can apply it to fairs, museums, malls, airports, wherever you want, basically any large indoor public space. And you can figure out ways to make it useful to users and make money out of it. If you agree with these, you also agree with some research center, and especially with Apple that acquired this spring startups of for $20 million. They had only a nice algorithm for localization with Wi-Fi. So you can do indoor localization today. Yes, you can with inertial system and Wi-Fi-like systems. I don't want to bore you to death with details, but they are not perfect systems. They are not very reliable. They are not very precise. So we developed with GiPStech something different, a system that is based on the geomagnetic imprinting of the building, a signal that is natural, that doesn't change, and then we can characterize for every building. With our system, you need to map the building first, and then our algorithm will be able to test and find where you are, testing several candidates and eliminating them with the inertial part and with the geomagnetic part. So out of this, we want to build a suite for indoor positioning to be made available to app developers. So we are selling our technology to app developers for them to integrate into their apps. We are developing a web interface to upload maps and edit them. We are developing the SDK to make the technology available into the apps. And everything runs in the cloud, of course. Our revenue model is the typical freemium model, and we know it's skewed a lot toward the free part of the freemium, but with benefits. Especially, we will retain mapping data and some usage data that are a business on itself, let's say. So we have a plan. The plan is to complete the R&D part in 9 months and start with the initial business development, then start making some money selling the beta version and developing the version 2 of the algorithm, and finally make real money after a year and a half or so. To do this, we are at the very beginning, very early stage. We need the 300K from investors, and we also need collaboration, from early adopters. So if you are an app developer, you're interested in this, we are willing to partner with you to start making the first case of usage. We are a team of 4, 3 on the technical side, basically PhDs, very skilled. We are not kids any longer, unfortunately, and myself on the business side. So a very diverse team. We hope this is a strength. We have a working prototype. We can run the video, if possible. It's very homemade video, if you wish, but it shows the main phases of the process. So you get into the building, you get the map, then you map the magnetic signal of the building, and then you start using, and it tracks you around. Very precisely, we get to 1 meter, under 1 meter of precision. And to give you a reference point, Wi-Fi gets to 5-7 meters, GPS gets to 15 meters outside, where the signal is available, in fact. This is the mapping part, so you give the starting and the ending point, and you walk around with your smartphone. I'm basically done. I let them enjoy the show.
Sure, let's do that. What do you guys think? You guys can finish the show before you ask questions. I'm okay with that.
So, just the underlying technology of Apple and Google have famously mapped wireless networks and GPS base stations to get location, databases about location, and you're doing something completely different. You're using Earth's magnetic field.
Exactly. Exactly.
Simple as that. That's all there is.
It's not that simple, meaning, let's say, with the Wi-Fi, you only have to measure the strength of the signal of the emitter. And so you trilaterate with the strength, and that's easy to manipulate numbers. With the magnetic field, it's a vector. It's much more complex, plus the magnetic field, when you do not have a reference point, is very difficult to get to them. So the algorithm is really complex.
How does the smartphone actually able to pick up the magnetic field? What's the sensor you're using?
You have your compass in here, you have your accelerometer and gyroscope, and that's everything we need, basically. Plus connection with the cloud system, of course. Isn't it nice?
What do you think, Luca?
Are you designed to be acquired by a big company? What kind of company are you thinking about?
Well, we are starting anyway with a self-sustaining business, selling our technology with a freemium model to app developers. So we are aiming at that. Of course, this technology, if it is embedded into this hardware or the operating system of mobile phones, the value is skyrockets, you know. So hardware manufacturers making silicon chips for smartphone or operating systems are for sure two possible acquirers. Then you have the other firms that provide services in the mobile sector, starting from, again, Google, but also to Yahoo, could be interested in getting into this sector. And then basically any other big app developer that could desire to bring in-house this kind of technology and sell it to their existing customer base.
Not about robotic engineering.
Thank you for the question. This comes out of robotic engineering, basically. This is a spin-off of technologies that have been developed into the robotic field. And it can go back that way, but then you need to start talking about hardware, which is a business that we don't want to be today because we don't have money for to afford producing hardware.
One more question. How do you measure the precision, the best precision that you have in comparison with other ways to geolocalize into indoors?
Well, there is some research in the field. It's a very new field, so we have some data point from research, and we did some testing. Not a lot. We are very early stage, but we did some testing that are bringing good results.
Lorenzo?
Yeah. What is the level of testing you've done so far? And then can you tell us about something about intellectual property, direct competitors?
You're hitting me hard here.
I know you.
Hardball.
So on the testing, we have done something, again, homemade. You see we are very early stage. So mapped a portion of a supermarket, a grocery store, mapped our houses, mapped some office spaces, and tested that it really worked. On the intellectual property, we have not yet filed for patents. We are going to do it, hopefully by the end of the year, if we can find the time to do everything. But yes, it's a sector. There's a couple of aspects of the algorithm that are for sure coverable by patents, based on initial findings, let's say.
Direct competitors?
There are competitors, not on the geomagnetic. Now there is one firm in Norway, if I'm not mistaken, or Sweden, that it's 3 months that they say they are in the market, but they're not there yet. They got $500,000 in seed funding at the beginning of the year. So no, but things are moving fast in this field.
Well, I have to say, I'm excited by this. I think this is really good, if it works. And I mean, I think if this was pitched on a TechCrunch stage at Disrupt in San Francisco, I think it would be, you know, as good as anything else we've ever seen on a TechCrunch stage. It looks like it could be, if it works, if it's real, right? It could well be an amazing technology. I mean, you could work on your pitch and your slide deck a bit more, but I'm impressed. So congratulations.
Thank
Was
you
there
very
a question?
much.
No, I just thought I just thought I'd be positive for a change rather than an arsehole.
What about you, Salvo?
A way for me to repeat that we need investment, at least 300K, to get to the final R&D to industrialize this algorithm that nowadays is handmade, let's say. We want to get to the industrial version, and we need 300K. So
I think you would have to raise more money than that. But I asked for more money.
Salvo?
Congratulations. I have a question. I understand that you think to monetize partly in your business model data, storing data. And did you check European privacy regulation?
Well,
it's quite different from US or rest of the world.
This is, thank you for the question, but this is basically no different than many other fields. What Google and others are already doing for the indoor mapping based on Wi-Fi technology, we will replicate on the geomagnetic signal. So it's a field, something we are keeping an eye on, but we do not expect real troubles to come from that part.
Thank you.
All right, judges seem to be finished. Please give it up for GiPStech, guys. And then 40,000 in media exposure across all of Populus's.
That I have all the digital pixel that he needs for that. Yeah.
Exactly. So without further ado, it's a very hard fought, but the winner is GiPStech.
Oh!
Come on out, GiPStech.
Where is GiPStech? It's you. Congrats. Well done.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Want to give a little expensive or acceptance speech?
And now?
I didn't prepare it because I can't believe it. Come on. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you to the jurors. Thank you to the public. Thank you for organizing this. We're very happy to be here. We are very early stage, so this is great exposure for us, and we appreciate it a lot. We have a lot of work to do, but this is a great start, really a great start. Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks,
really congratulations, guys.
All right, so looks like we are in the end. Can I ask you guys an applause to these amazing people that stayed there today?
Yeah.
All right, you rock, really. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay?
Yeah.
Very good. All right, so I would say it's over, huh? Or something
See you next year, guys.
Okay,
So,
next year. We have a picture here.
The photographers
Picture.
are angry. Hold on.
Gosh.
And
Right.
see you tonight at the
Guys,
party.
thank you so much.
Don't
Good luck
forget
for
tonight.
everything. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Congratulations.
Tonight there
Good
is the
job.
party. Ciao.